Ashe Soul family, sending you guys so much light, love, and positive energy. Of course, it's me, the High Priestess.
And myself, the Hierophant.
And together we are elemental beings. Hope you guys are in your most positive energy.
Absolutely.
And as always, attracting everything you desire like a magnet. Because who can do it better than you, boo? Nobody. Like that kind of energy.
How's everyone doing? I hope that everyone is having a fruitful as well as an eventful rising. Good morning as well. Feeling good. We out here in the elements, and we decided to pull from the What's the Tea deck just to kind of tap into some scenarios. You know, it's kind of like the second chapter of this journey. So the readings would be a little bit more ruminative. Everything will be a little bit more connected. And we just gonna get right into it. We don't have a lot of time, so we're gonna let the cards do the talking. She's gonna pull from the spirit deck. I'm gonna pull a little bit of information out from the ancestors. See if we can get some good energy going on for you guys.
All right, so by earth we connect with water. By earth we connect with spirit through pure intent. Okay. Let's jump into it and see what's the tea today, guys.
What's the tea?
Okay. Excuse me, y'all. I look a little rough, but it's cool. It's cool, though. We had to get this energy out for y'all. Okay. Oh, sorry. Give me that. All right, so let's see what's going on right now with the collective and what we need to do here. What's the energy for the collective spirit? What does the collective need to know? What is the best message? So the first thing that we have fall out is fake flexing. Acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. Okay, so we have a fraud here. Okay? This is a person that uses material to gain leverage in life. Okay? This is a person that doesn't really have much, but the little that they do have, they try to use to impress the world, to gain leverage over the world. Like that kind of energy. Okay. What's this message here? So we do have fake flexing. Or this could be you, divine being, you know. Sometimes we have to look at ourselves, right? You know. A lot of times we can be trying to keep up with the Joneses and not even realizing, right? Maybe the latest shoes came out, and because Miss Jones has them, you feel like you need to have them too, right? That could be fake flexing, right? Spending money that you don't have necessarily, right? So this could be you as well, divine being.
As I look at this fake flexing card, it says, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc., etc. So this could very much be a person that has money. Fake flexing, when you get that, it's like when you dealing with your money and it's the aspect of fake flexing from the spirit. It's a person that's clearly void of spiritual value. Mm-hmm. Like That's what the fake flexing is all about. Because you may look at this person and be like, well, they ain't fake flexing. They really do have the money, right? Mm-hmm. It's not about having the money. It's about having the substance of spirit.
And it's also about having, you know, you could be a person with money, but you lack confidence, right? So you try to buy friends, or you try to buy, or you try to buy status, like that kind of energy. So you could definitely be like a cornball with money, right? A clown with money is still going to be a clown, like that kind of energy.
And that's like, I'm feeling like in the collective, this is a person in your energy, like.
So now we have threatening, intimidating, threatened, and bothered. So when this comes out behind fake flexing, right, I get the energy of, you know, you could be dealing with a person that has more money than you, but like I said, they lack confidence, right? They don't have that aura. They don't have that light that you have. And so, you know, because you don't have material, right, 3D money, physical paper, right? But whoever you are, I feel like you have spiritual integrity. This person could definitely feel threatened from you here.
Actually, with the threatening card also, I'm getting, this could be a person that will very much threaten you. Like they have a weapon on the card.
Extortion.
Intimidated, threatened, and bothered. Now, it's like maybe this person is going through a situation where they feel threatened in life. I'm getting the energy of the person with the money who fake flexing, threatening. Maybe a person with harsh words. A person that really has, obviously, finances or money, or what we consider to be currency. Threatening, intimidated, threatened, bothered. Could be a person that's rather bothered. I'm also getting somebody that could be feeling like they're about to go on a run for something, and they could be threatening. They could be intimidated. They could be bothered by something that they may have done with their money.
I'm also picking up the energy of, you know, when you are a divine being, Spirit wants me to come back to this. When you are a divine being, a divine light worker, a person of light, a person that works for God, right? You don't have to have everything in the 3D. Like, you don't have to have the biggest house, the fanciest car. You know, you may not even be the most attractive, but you have this attractiveness about you that people just love. It's literally this aura around you, and people just love your light, right? So a person with money that does not have this light can definitely be threatened by a person like you. See, because you don't need money to buy status or friends or, you know, things of that nature. So it can be very threatening to a person that just doesn't have a natural light like you do.
In fact, the fact that you said nature, I was just having a brief download. All you really need is to step outside and breathe to become who you are, because your value is in spirit. So it's like you're not the fancy cars and you quickly see people deteriorate when they obtain these things. They get them and then they let these things drive them. It's not saying to live without them. No, you want to attain to get them, but you are a person that understand your value comes from the value of culture, the value of nature. Like, and a person can feel threatened by that. You smell good, you know.
It doesn't take much to please you.
Ascended people, you gain a different smell. I mean, you have a different attitude. You bear a different energy. So this person could be very threatened by that.
All right, I'm going to hear one more on here to see what this... Okay, what's this? Ego. Ego. So we have hurt ego, ego getting in the way of a relationship, etc. Okay? So this person could be someone you were in a relationship with. This could be someone you rejected to be in a relationship with, and they feel like because they have money, who are you to reject them, right? You light worker, right? Or this could even be, you know, honestly, divine being, if we're being honest, this could be you, right? You could be fake flexing, feeling threatened, and going through an ego crush spiritually, right? Maybe at one point you had more material than you did, and God had to humble you and bring you down, right? So you could be feeling threatened about your stability, right? And it could be crushing your ego, like that kind of energy. But we'll see here.
You know, inside of the ego is a powerful place when you're talking about energy. The ego bears a lot of energy. So with a hurt ego, you could be dealing with a person that has childhood traumas, or you could have childhood traumas yourself. And this could be causing one to lean into their ego or to play energy with your ego. Like, you got to realize the ego is a powerful energy. So when somebody is moving in their ego, they become like hard to resist. Sometimes they become very argumentative. It's like, I mean, I know personally, we all do it. So when you're dealing with this hurt ego, if it's you, divine being, you got to be willing to do the shadow work to go inside. Once you begin to go within, you won't go without. And that's the most important thing, even with dealing with our own egos. Like, when your ego rise up and it's swelling you, it gets in the way of your relationship, etc., learn how to pull it back. Learn how to put a mirror in front of yourself. Learn how to always be able to be like, well, I may be the problem, or I may be the cause to this certain effect.
I'm going to pull one more from this deck, and then we're going to get into, you know, what your spirit team wants to say.
Absolutely. Wow.
Okay, Spirit, not today. All right, give me one more to go with this so we can clarify. All right, so we have unfazed. Okay? So I really believe this is the scenario of someone is dealing with someone that has a little bit more, financial stability. This person is very, very threatened by your light. They have a very big ego, and you are just sitting somewhere unfazed, okay? But this is really crushing this person's ego, and we have to remember, when we crush a person's ego, a human's ego, that can come with great challenges, right? When you challenge a man or a woman's pride or ego, that can be a fight, right? So I feel like this is a message of concern to be cautious, even though you are unfazed. You do have someone in your energy that feels very threatened by you and your light, divine being. And when a person is in their ego, it's no telling what they'll do, right? So just be very, very mindful and careful, okay? This is confirmation for someone.
With this unfazed card laying on top of the ego, I feel it kind of my duty to also point out this. When you're dealing with the personality of the narcissist, the unfazed is always it's kind of the projection. Like, the narcissist projects the energy of being unfazed. And the reason why they do it is because they're very much threatened and bothered. So, although this person in your energy could be, I'm feeling not you. I'm feeling from a different, I'm kind of seeing it from a different angle. So it's like this person that appears to be unfazed in your energy, a narcissistic person. You have to learn how to look beyond the veil of the relationship and see, like, because you may be saying things and you may not be aware of how hurtful they are because this person appears to be unfazed. But it's not that. Like, it's just that a narcissist, contrary to popular belief, they have feelings too. So when you are an empath, it doesn't mean you're a sucker, because you could be empathetic and you could be the one throwing the harsh words out. Very much an empath, very much a vulgar mouth. So although you are an empath and you may be the one suffering the heartache, don't let your mouth do the projection, because we all have a projection. Like, the person that's hurt doesn't want to appear to be hurt, so what do? We project. The person that's phased doesn't want to appear phased, so what do? We project. As empaths, what do? When we hurt, we project with what? Our words. We begin to say things. And some of the things are hurtful, but we feel like no matter what we say, this person is unfazed, so I might as well say any old thing because they're unfazed anyway, when in truth, you really are destroying a certain part of the atmosphere when you say any of these things. So just another insight as to what the unfazed energy land on the ego may be. She gonna tap in with the spirit, and I'm gonna see what's going on with the ancestors. We gonna just do a little bit of traveling with this.
Something bit me. All right, so let's see. Y'all, I got allergies and I love being in nature. So I be looking crazy, so excuse me. Okay, eyes be swollen, nose be itching.
Big sniffles.
Big sniffles. Pollen everywhere.
It is a lot of pollen.
What? It's pollen all straight up my nose, y'all, but I do anything to be in nature, so I'm willing to risk it all. What's the message for the collective spirit from the spirit team? What does the spirit team need to say to us as a collective? I had to learn myself, once you learn how to move around in life outside of pride and your ego, life becomes so much easier. you know? People respect you so much more, right? All right, so the first card we have out is the Three of Cups here, okay? This is great energy, right? Your soul team came straight out, okay? You guys could, you know, you could be really connecting with your soul family, your soul tribe, right? Maybe you're a part of our soul tribe if you're watching us, and you're really starting to feel connected to us, right? You're really starting to see that these messages that we're giving out are helping. They're guiding. They're coming from source, right? These are messages straight from source. This is definitely a celebration, okay? Someone's actually paying attention to the signs here. This is like the energy of you connecting with God and your spirit team. You are really opening up the doors, you know, to your life, to your angels, right? You have angels that guide and protect you daily, right? Because there are demons that try to come in and take over your mind, right? You know when you're feeling good and then suddenly you have anxiety coming over you all of a sudden? That's the energy of evil. So then your angel has to come in and try to bring you back over, right? But you have to allow this angel into your life, right? Because we all have assigned angels to our life. Whoever you are, you're really starting to realize this, okay? I feel like you know, with this energy of someone fake flexing, feeling threatened, the ego, and being unfazed, I feel like you're really starting to understand that life is so much bigger than what you thought, right? I feel like you're really connecting. Someone watching me has on red. There's someone watching me that has on white.
Gold
and there is
blue.
someone watching me that has on either yellow or gold.
Gold or yellow.
Okay.
Or peach color.
There's someone watching me and you like pumpkin pie over you prefer pumpkin over sweet potato. Okay.
You like peachy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Favor peach. Maybe like even peach alcohol, like.
Yeah. So let me get something else.
Peach cups, peach Ciroc, maybe you like.
So we do have the Two of Pentacles that came out in reverse here, guys. Okay. So with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the Three of Cups first. So I feel like there could be people trying to throw you off balance, right? This energy of this fake flexing, threatened, ego. There's someone that is trying to throw you off of your divine path. Okay. There's someone that's trying to have you confused and imbalanced when you know in your spirit, you feel very balanced. You feel connected to God. You feel connected to your ancestors. And there is someone that is trying to have you thrown off course. Okay. They're trying to have you feeling like you're just juggling and, you know, you're losing it and you don't know which direction to go in, you know. And it could be because they're using this money, right? Fake flexing, trying to manipulate you. This is spell work here.
In a sense, it definitely is. And it could be ritual work. Or when we say spell work, it doesn't always mean that somebody's like with the spell book. Spell work could be exactly what she said. It's like if a person, you know, they have money.
Trying to confuse your mind.
Right.
That's spell work.
Exactly.
Okay?
Using that.
Anyone
exactly.
trying to manipulate your mind or your will or your decision is spell work, okay?
With a concentrated effort.
Absolutely. So, let me get something else. So, yeah, someone's trying to confuse you, right? But I feel like whoever you are, you already know, you know, you have a sense of discernment to know that there is someone trying to knock you into a loophole while you're trying to connect with your spirit team, right? The Empress, this is you.
Yay.
See?
Yay.
Because whoever you are very, very nurturing, okay? You make shit happen, okay? You are a person, when you walk in the room, you don't need attention because it's given to you automatically. Why? Because your light shines.
Yes.
Right? I'm not talking about how you dress or how you look. I'm talking about the light that's within you. It shines everywhere you go, Empress.
Yes, indeed.
Okay? You are a female leader, right? I'm not talking about someone that gets on the internet and shows people how to twerk. I'm talking about somebody that gets somewhere and shows somebody how to get to the bag or some information here.
Yep.
This is you, Empress.
Indeed. Know the room. The Empress knows the room. She sees the room and knows the room.
You could be very, very fertile right now. Like, you could be feeling very creative. Like, you have a lot of things that you just got to get out. Like, I got to get this out. You could be feeling very, very creative. You could be very, very fertile. So if you're trying to have a child, this is the time. Okay?
Someone could be eating watermelon or about to eat watermelon, or you probably had watermelon yesterday maybe.
Or that could be the seed growing in your belly.
Absolutely. You could definitely be pregnant.
Okay.
If not with a baby, with definitely an idea.
Right. You know, I feel like with this energy that came out from the What's the Tea deck, I feel like this is why the person is threatened. You are really becoming who you're supposed to be here. Yeah. Yeah, you're connecting with exactly who you're supposed to be. You're connected with Mother Gaia. Okay? Now, we do have the Nine of Wands that came out in reverse here. So you could be feeling like, you know, even though you're understanding this journey, it could be very, very, you know, you could feel very tired, right? You could be feeling like, why do I always have to keep fighting when all I'm trying to do is just get ahead? You
also know, Nine of Wands in reverse is my spell work card. So, with the Empress upright to the Nine of Wands, High Priestess already made a mention of spell work. I'm only reinforcing the spell work because of the Nine of Wands in reverse. This is a more concentrated effort. Like, this is not just, this could be somebody with the spell book over the,
they're cooking up the spell works.
Yeah, this could be somebody definitely cooking up spell work.
You know, but we stress this so much, right? Everybody gets so nervous when I say spell work, right? Do you know that literally speaking a spell over someone's life is if, let's say, all right, I don't like that bitch. I hope her business fail. That's spell work. That is speaking a curse and a spell over someone's life, right?
Absolutely.
That is absolutely spell work, okay? When you are trying to control someone's mind, right? Let's say you have a lot of money. You're doing this fake flexing. You know, you want somebody, you have an agenda of something you want somebody to do, right? So say I want you to go and I want you to harm the Hierophant, right? So I have money, so I'm going to come pick you up. I'm going to take you on this nice fancy date to somewhere you ain't never been. Might even go cop you a little something that you ain't never had, right? Because my intentions are for you to do harm to him. Mm-hmm. That's spell work. That's manipulating the mind of a person. That is spell work.
I'm going to show you some spell work that we all familiar with. If you don't give me 10% of your earnings, you going straight to hell. Papa Mashandu. That's spell work. You have to be, like she said, anything that's aimed to control your mind like that, that's a form of spell work. Now, when I get to seeing the Nine of Wands in reverse, or I see the Seven of Wands, depending upon when I see the Wands, that's concentrated effort. That's black magic, or Santa Maria, or Lo Siente. This is magic, a person that dabbles in magic.
Now, we do have the Ace of Pentacles that came out in reverse here. Okay? Mm-hmm. So there's definitely someone that could be trying to hold you back from reaching the next level. But see, people don't understand. Literally, whatever God has for you, no man can take it, period. Just point blank. They can try to, block the roads to get there or whatever they may do. But when it's God's will, it's going to be yours. So there could be definitely, the energy of, feeling stagnant and stuck financially, even in your mind, in your health, right? Yeah. You could feel right, like mentally drained and know.
Huh? Man, you like right in my head. That's crazy.
Go ahead.
That just goes to show you how concurrent spirit is with us. As she was saying, I was getting an image of a person breaking down. Like, you spending a lot of time breaking down, right? But you gotta break up. What I mean, when your Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, this is your mental health as well, like she said. So when you find yourself Empress energy that you have, this Nine of Wands in reverse, you're suffering from a lot of different things in your world, right? Now, with the Ace of Wands coming, it probably comes in like a flood. So you may be in your bathroom or you may be in your room. you may be in a place where you just
and it's projected energy. It's
exactly.
not your own.
It's
not
not
your
your
own
energy.
See,
it's not your energy.
The energy of evil, right? There's this very good movie, you guys. Check it out if you get a chance. It's a movie called Divination, right?
Yes,
it's on
indeed.
Tubi. It's free. It's on Tubi, right?
Great movie.
And I love these type of movies because it literally gives you the sense of how, when you were a kid, you used to think like you got an angel sitting right here and a devil right here. Literally, you do.
Absolutely.
Like,
Forces.
when your mood, think about when your mood switches so quick, those mood swings, right? It's the energy of evil. The spirit of anxiety will come in and say, hey, guess what? You can't do this. You're not good enough, right? So then you start having anxiety. But then you have your angel right here standing and saying you can do anything, but you can't feel your angel because you let anxiety
come in.
Your angel
right.
can't go over top of anxiety because when you let anxiety in, you're giving your will away.
Absolutely.
And God gave us free will. Hello, somebody?
You hear her?
Stop giving away your free will.
That isn't. These things are spirit, fear, a spirit. When it comes into your house, and it was great. The movie gave a great depiction of what we've been saying for like the past year. It was like, wow, did they steal that and script it from what we... But basically, when you let something live in your house, one thing can dwell over the other. This is your house. This is the power that we have. This is the power that angels are jealous of.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you guys, the biggest evil that you can allow in you, in your house, your body, your mind, your soul, is fear. Fear
is an invitation for all other negative energies to come in.
Fear is so hard to get out.
Yes.
Your angel could be sitting there screaming your name and you can't hear because when fear is there, that's all you can hear. Someone needs to know, stop being scared here.
Fear has the power to remove your archangel. Yeah. You hear me? Like, we have powerful angels that are assigned to us. And it's a beautiful moth coming here for confirmation. They are assigned to us. When we allow fear to take up residency in us, fear can drive the power of your angel away. And it plays out in the 3D by way of our actions.
And it makes sense. Why? Because if you have fear, that means you're letting the fear take over your faith. Which one do you have? You can't have fear and faith.
Yeah, fear is the enemy of faith, actually. That is the enemy. Like fear and faith, it's a constant battle.
And it's so funny, in the movie they talked about, so at one point they sent the energy of anxiety to this man, right? And they were like, so the evil was like, well, why did you send anxiety? Anxiety ain't enough. You got to send fear.
It's not strong enough.
Anxiety is not strong enough, but fear is strong enough to stop the energy of greatness and good and light to be back around you. So when you find, So when you find yourself in these little mood swings, take a minute and be like, you know what? I know what's happening here. Evil, I'm not going to allow this to take over my mind. And you say, you know what? Look, I welcome my archangel in. God, protect me. I need help right now. My mind is not clear. Take a moment.
Absolutely.
Please say something.
Fear is strong enough to even stand over top of positive, negative energies as well. Like you might have, let's say, 8 of Swords, awareness, right? Now, being a person who's aware, you need that. But when you got fear with awareness, it becomes distorted. So instead of you becoming aware of something and being able to move accordingly, you fumble the bag and you fumble your move because fear takes over. Mm-hmm. False expectation that appears to be real. As fear being the most powerful energy to let in your house, it's also the #1 illusion. So stop breaking down and begin to break up. In those places where you find yourself overwhelmed by your tears, or you find yourself overwhelmed and unable to have mental clarity, right? Because your health is under attack. understand the battlefield for any enemy is in your mind. Like, this is where you're going to either succumb to the war or be a great warrior. It's going to happen on the battlefield, in the playing field of your mind. So mental health is important. When you feel things pressing in on you and it feels like it's overextending your health to where you feel mentally exhausted, learn how to break up, meaning deliver it to a higher power. Give over. Be willing to admit. Eliminate the projections even from yourself. Get to the real heart of the issue and break up with it.
You know, yeah, and that's great information because, you know, as I was reading the energy of the Bible, you know, anger is nothing wrong with the energy of feeling angry, right? Now, are you going to stay angry? Are you going to are you going to proclaim to God that, God, I'm angry. This is why. Help me move past this, and then let it go, right? It's nothing wrong with being angry. It's something wrong staying in that anger,
you have
right?
to transmute.
Allowing yourself to stay there and dwell in that anger and be there for days is when it turns into depression, anxiety, mental illness. So what you want to do is you want to, you know, address that anger with God, give it to him, and move forward. See, when you stay in that energy, you block anything from assisting you.
That brings me to this case in point. And scientific studies prove this as well. You know, the greatest potential for genius, it lies in urban areas like the hood, right? Why? Because it's a constant supply of pain, right? And what is pain? Pain involves anger and all of these things. What are they? They are energies, right? Mm-hmm. And what do they become? Look at Lamar Jackson, right? Our favorite quarterback in Baltimore City. What was he able to do? Coming from the bottom and a life surrounded by pain, he was able to transmute that into talent. See, his moves, they come from the energy and source of pain and anger and frustration and coming up. And you know, all of these things, they crunch in. They make us great. So learn how to transmute it. When you feel it coming in, like she said, anger. The only thing wrong with anger is when we hold on to it. Because when we hold on to it, then they can say, hey, look, he got it, the title, particularly us. Angry black man. Up, stop all things and stop everything. There's the angry black man. Now, what happens when this angry black man is able to hold his mouth together first, hold your mouth closed, black man, black woman, hold that together, still yourself, and say you like to paint, or say you like, how about take all that and transmute it into that? And when you do that, it becomes what? It becomes an energy that drives.
A greater energy.
The same thing she said from the energy of the Bible. It's called being able and learning how to transmute. And it's not hard. You have to just be willing to attempt to do it. It's all about bettering yourself. Like, if you love yourself and you want to better yourself, don't look at it like, well, I'm here and the better me is 90 million miles down the road. Don't look at that. The better you is in every effort you make. Even when you find yourself back at the lesser you, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be a constant battle to what? To 8 of Cups, transformation. Meaning, I set my sights on the better me, I make an effort to get to it. I fall short, I go back, I make another effort. Guess what you're doing? You moving. You on a journey. You moving along on your course, and everybody has one. Learn how to navigate it.
You know, as I look at this ego card, you know, we have to remember, as divine beings, you know, this is something that really, I'll use myself for an example. I really had to learn this, and it helped my life in such a great way. You know, sometimes we want to fight things at all costs. We want to win at all costs. We got to be right at all costs. Sometimes we have to just let the ego go to the side. It's not about being right. It's not about winning, right? It's about peace of mind, right? And sometimes God gives you that peace by walking away from things, being quiet, right? Allowing that person to talk, right? Maybe even make a fool of themselves, right? But taking yourself out and just stepping back and looking at situations a little bit better, a little more close before you respond is really going to help out here. You have a great energy, Empress, okay? Whenever you have great energy, just know that it's going to be great evil around, right? It's all going to be a part of how do you deal with these things that are around. Like, are you growing in the way that you deal with these things? Or are you still hot-tempered? Everything got you flying off the handle? Or are you learning how to deal with things more maturely? And I feel like you are, Empress, right? But I feel like you need to know that there are things that are trying to stop you in your divine path. But whoever you are, you need to just keep pushing forward. Stay connected with God and your ancestors, your angels. Invite them into your life. They can't come in if you don't invite them.
Absolutely.
Right? But other than that, this is pretty good energy because I feel like you already know about this fake flexing, this energy, this egotistic, threatening energy. You already know about that. I would say moving forward, continue to work really, really hard. Continue to believe in yourself. Okay? Continue to know that, like, fear is just fear. Like, don't allow your fear to take over your faith, right? If you're a person that has faith in God, allow your faith to be stronger than your fear. This was your message.
We're going to tap in with the ancestors and see what they got for you.
Yep.
And then we're going to get on out of here.
See what the ancestors talking
Pull
about.
a few cards. I've been sleeping with them. Last night, I had a very vivid dream. I've been having some crazy dreams, but I do remember in my dream, and as well as my vision this morning, it was a phrase given to me, to whom much is given, much is required. This is an Ace of Wands in reverse. On top, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Three of Wands upright. Four of Wands. All right, so I'm feeling like with the Ace of Wands being in reverse, as like, I was more passionate when I was focused on your breaking down, right? Your breakdown periods are giving you an Ace of Wands in reverse energy. And what that is counterproduction. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. That's kind of like me taking my magic wand and using it against myself, so to speak. So with the Queen of Swords being in reverse, it is definitely the words. Like you coming from when you hurt, you communicate in a certain way. I see it right here. You use harsh words, and it's kind of affecting your whole thing. Or it could be somebody using harsh words against you, right? This Queen of Swords in reverse, that's a foul-mouthed sucker right there. Like, that's a person that's going to be very quick-witted. You know how, thank you, Spirit. You know how I had a Queen of Swords say something to me recently. I called them on the phone, and they were like, and it was all negative. And instead of me, I would normally just try to fight down the energy. I just hung the phone up because I was like, that's a whole lot of energy coming. The Queen of Swords doesn't stop. She's not going to be quiet. Like, Wendy Williams is like Queen of Swords energy, a sitcom that does not stop. So when you're dealing with this in your energy, meaning when something hurts you and you get in this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, where you allow your mind to slip into this place, you then allow yourself to perform an Ace of Wands in reverse energy. These are your actions now. And it's called Queen of Swords in reverse. With the three of Wands here, your ancestors are telling you to recenter yourself. Really listen to what I'm saying. Three of Wands is when you begin to levitate and you're looking out and you're surrounded on you remember, your reading started off with 3 of Cups energy, okay? Now we at 3 of Wands. Same old relationship. This is your spirit team and your soul team all together.
You could be 33 years old.
Absolutely, 33 could be significant here. You could also be going through a situation that you've been in for 3 years now. This could be your 3rd year in this situation. And with the 3 of Wands coming out over the Queen of Swords to the 4 of Wands, see, it's all in your hands. Like, if you want to lay down with the 4 of Wands is good. Like, that's a great energy. That's like it's kind of like a solid energy to be in. It's like you can progress from that. You know, when you think about, all right, think about a chair sitting on 4 legs. That's 4 of Wands energy. Why? Because I can sit down on that firmly. I can lean my weight on all angles, and it's properly constituted. The weight is evenly